EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready. And off we go on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. McCarthy going to put it up right away. He'll get that out to the flat to White. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down now.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. They will run for the first time here with White. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. The Saints at 13-2 on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They stay on the ground with White. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Well, this defense for the Raiders very strong in that victory a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Quick throw complete. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Raiders' 20-yard line.
White fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
3rd and goal, McCarthy. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tyquan Thornton with an amazing diving catch. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin on the ground with Gorindo. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking to throw Penix. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And out across midfield down to the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Here's Gorindo on 1st down. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. 2nd and 9 from the 44. They'll throw with Penix. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now they'll change things up. A play fake. Now Penix. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now McCarthy. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
At the 38-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To the air with McCarthy. He completes it right side away. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That's out quickly to London. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Looking to throw McCarthy. This is caught. Touchdown! Puka Nacua with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Pass complete there to Nacua. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They'll go up the middle with White, and he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Over the middle, caught by London. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drake London with career touchdown number 60. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. But right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a hold at the end of that one. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Guerrero, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The drive starts with a run by White. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this 3rd quarter of action. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To the air, Penix. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10. Now Penix. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll go play action here with Penix. That's pulled in by Brooks. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Off play action, here's Penix. That one finds Pierce right side. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And that's too tall for his receiver. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Throwing again, Penix. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Up the middle with Brooks here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
2nd and 2. Touchdown Raiders. Jerry Jeudy from 6 yards away. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's third down. McCarthy operating from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On play action, McCarthy rolling to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Alexander. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Now receiver in motion left. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's McCarthy. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes, and the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They come in off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Looking to throw, Penix. And the ball is knocked out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. be taken in here by Nakua. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Second down and 4. McCarthy off the play fake. He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
He finds his man complete. That's Alexander. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up second down and a bit farther.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. J.J. McCarthy taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 4. They'll throw with Penix. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. But just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. Here it's 3rd and 2. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 5. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown. And that was all she wrote.
It's almost like to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one has to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for New Orleans, they continue to show they'll be a tough out in the playoffs as they move to 14-2 on the year. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.